Welcome back to Old Charles, your ultimate destination for discovering rare and fascinating coins from around the world. In today's episode, we'll dive deep into a classic piece of British numismatic history, the United Kingdom 10 new pence coin from 1974. Is it just a common coin, or does it hold a hidden treasure? Let's find out. To understand the significance of the 10 new pence coin, we need to step back in time to the 1970s. The coin was part of the United Kingdom's decimalization process, which replaced the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. The 10 new pence coin was introduced in 1968, 2 years before decimalization was officially completed in 1971. The 1974 version of the coin was minted in the early years of this new decimal era, making it a key piece for collectors interested in this transitional period. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse, we have the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen. This effigy was used on British coins from 1968 to 1984 and is instantly recognizable to collectors worldwide. The reverse features a crowned lion, a symbol of British strength and heritage, designed by Christopher Ironside. The inscription around the edge reads, "New Pence," distinguishing it from later versions that switched to 10 pence in 1982. Now let's talk about the coin's technical details. The 197410 new pence coin was struck in cupro-nickel, a blend of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that classic silver-like appearance. It weighs 11.31 grams and has a diameter of 28.5 millimeters. These dimensions were later reduced in 1992 when the coin was downsized. So, the big question, what's the value of the 197410 new pence coin today? While this coin isn't particularly rare, its value depends on its condition and grade. In circulated condition, it's worth around PS value 0.7, which is close to its face value. However, in uncirculated or mint condition, it can fetch between Ps and Ps3. Look out for coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and no scratches. A graded coin in pristine condition could be worth even more, especially if it has historical significance to the collector. If you're starting your collection of British coins, the 10 new pence from 1974 is a great piece to include. It represents an important era in UK numismatics and is relatively easy to find. Check local flea markets, online auctions, or even your family's old coin jars. You never know what you might discover. And remember, always use a magnifying glass or a loupe to inspect the finer details of the coin. Pay attention to the edges, as errors or misstrikes can significantly increase its value. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that the phrase "new pence" was eventually replaced by 10 pence in 1982 because people found it confusing? This makes the 10 new pence coins from 1971 to 1981 even more special, as they're part of a short-lived design. The history of the 10 new pence coin is deeply tied to one of the most significant monetary changes in British history, decimalization. Before February 15, 1971, the UK used an old currency system based on pounds, shillings, and pence, where 1 pound was equal to 20 shillings, and 1 shilling was equal to 12 pence. This made transactions cumbersome and calculations complicated. To modernize the economy and simplify daily life, the government decided to adopt a decimal currency system, where 1 pound was equal. Several decimal coins, including the 10 new pence, were introduced alongside the old currency to help the public transition. The 10 new pence coin was first issued in 1968, 3 years before the official changeover. It was introduced as a replacement for the florin, a pre-decimal coin valued at 2 shillings, which conveniently equated to 10 new pence in the decimal system. Initially, the 10 new pence coin was larger than today's version, with the same dimensions and weight as the florin to maintain a sense of continuity. The coin retained this size and design until 1992, when it was reduced in size to make it more practical for everyday use. The 197410 new pence coin was part of the early production years and reflected the stability of the new decimal system. This particular year did not see any major design changes, but it is still significant for collectors, as it belongs to the pre-1982 series that bears the New Pence inscription. Features the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Machen. This portrait was first introduced in 1968 and remained in use on UK coins until 1984. It depicts the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, designed by Christopher Ironside. The reverse showcases a crowned lion, symbolizing British strength and pride. The inscription New Pence around the edge was meant to differentiate these coins from earlier pre-decimal issues. The term New Pence was used from 1968 to 1981 to emphasize the decimal currency's novelty. However, by the early 1980s, the new in New Pence had lost its relevance. In 1982, the Royal Mint replaced the inscription with 10 pence, marking the coin's maturity within the decimal system. This change makes coins with the New Pence inscription, like the 1974 issue, a nostalgic and collectible part of UK coin history. The condition of a 1974 United Kingdom 10 New Pence coin plays a critical role in determining its value and desirability to collectors. Here's a breakdown of the different conditions and what to look for. Coins in better circulated condition, with moderate wear but still retaining most of the Queen's portrait, and the crowned lion, are visible but with some smoothness and high points. Minor scratches or blemishes, but the coin remains generally attractive. The edge inscriptions are still readable, caves and slightly, with prices ranging from PS1 to PS5, depending on market trends. The Queen's portrait and the lion show clear and well-defined details. Minimal wear on the highest points, with only slight handling marks. The field's flat areas may have a slight sheen or original luster remaining. These coins can sell for PS1 to PS2, especially if they are part of a larger collection. No wear, though minor bag marks or blemishes may exist from the minting and storage process, may exhibit original mint luster, giving the coin a fresh and shiny appearance. Uncirculated coins are the most sought after by collectors. They typically fetch between P-Ster and PS5, depending on overall quality and demand. Proof coins are specially minted for collectors, with extra care taken to ensure high quality. These coins are not meant for circulation. Flawless, mirror-like fields, and frosted details. Produced using polished dies and struck multiple times for precision. Often presented in protective cases or sets. Proof coins from this era are rare and can command values of 10 to piece 20 or more, especially if accompanied by their original packaging. Use a magnifier to inspect fine details, such as the Queen's hair strands, and